Okay, so welcome. I'll just get right into it. So a while back, I ordered a Saberforge custom lightsaber from the company Saberforge for like during November for Christmas, and it has finally arrived in February. I personally thought it was going to arrive in March, right? This is in ASP lightsabers, so adaptive saber parts. You go on to Saberforge, they have lightsabers you can choose from, but they also have a special thing where you can kind of mix match parts together and create your own lightsaber. And so yeah, mine finally came in the mail, my custom like put together. I took all the pieces I put together and I already did the unboxing. I got like some of the stuff here, bubble wrap and all that kind of stuff. It came in a pretty long box, but didn't really care for like unboxing it in front of everyone. But anyway, what you're all really here for. This is my lightsaber. Now I have, and this is gonna be a little cringy, right? But I have a polypropylene cold steel training boken, right? It's a katana essentially, right? What the lightsabers are based off of, and the hilt, right, is around the length of a standard lightsaber, right? It's around 11 to 12 inches, right? Something really basic. This, what I ordered, what I put together, is around 9.3 inches. It's very small in comparison to most hilts. I'll get a little closer and let you see it in detail. So we have the katana pommel. This is for like this is the Jade Fire base or whatever. This is 02 switch, I believe, and this is the Gladius emitter. Now the pommel was originally going to be 02, but they were sold out and they weren't in stock, so I decided to go with the katana pommel because it was just really simple. Kind of went with the whole, like, you know, striped look. Was like a good color, and it was just like, honestly, it's just really versatile. You could kind of pop this on almost any saber and it would just work perfectly fine as a pommel. So yeah, maybe at some point I'll order the 02 pommel, but for now this is absolutely wonderful. It feels interesting in my hands. This part here, these like grooves, these ridges you can see, right? They kind of hurt. And first off, I want to say that I designed this saber to be a one-handed fencing saber, right? Because I did fencing for a long time, and I wanted it to be very comfortable, I wanted it to be very balanced, and I didn't want it to have all this like junk hanging off of it so that it would be hard to use and be cumbersome to use. And let me just say, Saberforge absolutely delivered on my designs. However, it's my fault that this saber doesn't exactly balance out well, and it doesn't feel all too great when I'm using it in terms of like if I were to be in a sword fight with someone. This thing is pretty well balanced. I mean, it's a katana and a lot of people trash on the balance. It can be pretty sad sometimes, but it's a, you know, it's a two-hand weapon. It feels very light in my hand after I've held this thing for a while with the blade installed. Now, we're gonna install the blade in a bit. I'm not gonna flash you, right? It came, my thing came with a blade plug because I got the assembly service and it just had like a bunch of perks, like a warranty and all this stuff, I think. So yeah, we're going to, oh yeah, there's a little kill key too. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take the Allen wrench they provided me. On the back of my saber, on the back, there's this little hole here. I'm gonna stick it in, okay? Unscrew it, turning left. Okay. The blade plug comes out. We're going to take my blade. I got the 32-inch blade. I know 36 is standard. Most people do 36. I decided to do 32 because I was already anticipating that because this is shorter, the weight distribution was going to be more blade heavy, right? And this is like apparently I don't know if there are different types of Saberforge blades like there are for Ultra Saber, but I think this is essentially the equivalent of a of an Ultra Saber's heavy grade blade. So I hope this is dual worthy because this is already quite heavy, and you'll see in a moment what I mean by that. But yeah, 32 inches. I may shorten this down if I can. Like maybe I'll saw it. I don't know if that's possible. I think that's possible. I've heard stuff. But we will see. I'm going to fasten it more. Tighten it again. Okay. And it should be in there nice, snug, and secure. Now, something I want to say is if I unscrew the bottom, right, I'll have access to all my components, so like all the electronics on the inside, and I notice a lot of lightsabers, right, because they're long, there's like a little bit of wobbliness. You can hear a little bit all the parts moving around inside. Because mine is shorter, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And it's really snug, it's really secure, and I think, you know, the parts inside, they're going to be really, really safe compared to other sabers, which I think is really nice. So what color do you think I got? I'm going to take out the kill key. I'm going to turn it on. Ooh, it is daytime and you can see the brightness of my white lightsaber. I got white. That's what I ordered. That's what I wanted. And don't worry, I'll do a nighttime test outside later. Maybe with some fancy schmancy spinning moves and stuff like that. Going more into the detail of the saber, right? So for the Jade Fire hilt, pommel, not pommel, base thing, right? Handle area. It's got these detailed like little screws in them, right? They can be a little annoying to hold, right? But then again, you're probably not going to be holding this area of a saber. If you're using a sword, you're probably going to grip it more so near the top and more so near the bottom. This is also a one-handed sword, so you're probably just going to be gripping it like this most of the time, and then every now and then you're going to have, like, I don't know, just a little bit of support on the base. But for the most part, I intend this to be a one-handed saber. Now, balance point for a one-handed saber comes out for this sword to be around here, right? So it's supposed to be around, I'm sorry, I think I have a cold. But it comes out to be around here, and ideally, right, I was hoping it would be somewhere around here or here, you know, just somewhere in this range, but it came out to be over here. And so this saber is top heavy, which for a lightsaber, if you're just sparring with people, you don't really want that. Maybe in real life, if you have a sword, you want it to cut through things, you want it to be a little bit heavier on the blade. But if you're doing a point system in a tournament, just for playing with friends, if you're just messing around, you want to do fancy spins and be as fast as possible, you probably don't want your blade to be heavier than your hilt. It makes it very cumbersome and difficult to use. Versus this thing, I can use it really fast, and this is my heaviest sword, or at least it was before this, right? So this is very, very good, but like aesthetic-wise, but I don't think it handles that well. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll do some videos in the future of like dueling and stuff with my friends. This piece came with a CovTech wheel, so if I'm ever at a convention or something, or if I just feel like carrying it around for whatever reason because I'm strange, I'll just stick it onto my belt. With a CovTech thing that I did not order because I don't really care for that. I would prefer to just hold it in my hand with a blade and duel because I like fencing. But yes, I am very, very happy with this purchase. I'm very, very happy with how it came out, how it looks. Let me see if I can get another like screen, I don't know, thumbnail thing. How's that? In the middle of the day, right? And it's so bright. It's so bright. And I kind of expected this too, because it's a white lightsaber, you know, it's not, there's nothing, like, the more colors you add to it, I imagine it gets dimmer. I imagine the more filters you put on it. I ordered color discs. They're not here yet. They're gonna be here. I'll probably do a video on those. Not sure if this thing will melt them, because I've heard that Saberforge sabers can get quite hot. From what I can tell, this thing is not getting too hot. Although, you know, I haven't left it on that long. I just do it in short bursts. It seems to be mostly getting warm from my actual hand. So, but yeah, it's very, very bright. I imagine at nighttime it is incredibly bright. I'm not going to go into like a dark room into my house. I'm just going to wait until it gets dark outside. It's even snowing outside right now. So maybe we'll have some snow at nighttime with a white lightsaber. I think that'll be pretty cool. It looks almost like, I know Saberforge offers a frost white color on their website. It's like bluish tint, kind of looks a little silvery. This is like just normal white, but on camera, it looks silvery. It looks like the frost white, or what I would imagine frost white looks like. But in person, it really looks more like how the end of this blade looks, as opposed to how the beginning has like this bluish aura glow around it. On camera, it doesn't really look like that in real life, but it has this bluish thing on camera, which actually looks really, really cool. But towards the end, it's more white, and this is probably how it looks. If I look right here, it like temporarily blinds me. Like I'll see the green stuff in my vision afterwards. Whew. But yeah, very excellent piece. As for other things besides the saber, so obviously I went over this earlier. I got the blade plug. The light will shine through this. I'm just not going to blind you with it. An Allen wrench came with this. I have these random wires and this thing. I don't know what these are for. I really don't know what these are for, because I thought I ordered mine with, like, you stick batteries and you actually take, like, I don't know, AAA batteries or something and you stick it in, but I have these, which makes me feel like that's not the case, because why else would I need this? Adaptive fast charging. Does this thing go into the kill switch? I think it might. I'll have to figure out what that means, but this is just an overview of my custom lightsaber from Saberforge. And honestly, Saberforge, I'll give you a 5 out of 5 star review for this. I'll go on your website, I really will. I'll give you a very nice review for this. One final thing I got was this, like this helpful user guide thing with a QR code. Probably not going to use it, but it is there. Just wanted to point that out. This Gladius emitter, right? I kind of wanted a little bit of hand protection, similar to like on a katana you have the Suba, or on a European sword you would have a more like a cross guard. I wanted some sort of protection from my hand, or like, you know, if someone's blade comes down this way, I could, you know, just kind of like, just have a little bit of leverage, because you know, back in fencing, I used to do fencing a lot. Back in fencing, I would have the problem where they would hit me on the fingers, and even though I had like this really big guard protecting me, and you know, like the part that's like right here, they could still get around. They could really hurt my fingers. So I was kind of thinking, you know, a lightsaber, you don't even have that protection. So I still wanted something, and I think this came out very well. Although I think it definitely adds to the weight, makes it more top heavy. However, I think it's still fine. It looks good, and I think if I wear like a glove, I brought a glove actually. I'm kind of gross. A glove with a grip. You can see this one has a bit of grip stuff in it. If you have a glove that doesn't have grip, it's gonna, like, the lightsaber's gonna slip out of your hands. But this one has a bit of grip, not as much as I would like, but just a tiny bit. And it definitely makes holding it here more comfortable. It makes this stuff not hurt my hand as much. Again, you're probably not gonna hold these things. You can. I don't like this pose. Woo! But yeah, For any of you that are really into measurements, I have my measurements for you here. Have a tape measurer. Okay, let's see. From the top of the emitter to the base, yeah, it's like 9 to 9.3, which is pretty much what their 3D saber builder says, which I highly suggest you check out, even if you don't actually want to buy a lightsaber. It's just kind of fun. You get to tool around with it. And this is a 32-inch blade, but when I stick it into my hilt, oh dear, I imagine it's quite different. You're not going to be able to see me do this measurement, but let me just tell you what it is. From the tip of the blade to my emitter, it comes out to around 30.1, 30.2 inches, right? So we have around 2 inches inside the emitter. And then so there's 32 out here. So yeah, I might trim this one down a bit, this blade, or I could get a shorter one, like the 27, 26 inch, 24, I can't remember what it is, but it's in the 20s, and I think that might be a little bit more balanced, but honestly this thing is pretty good as it is.
Yep, I'm ready.
How's it look, Marissa?
Pretty good.
If you like white lightsabers, I mean, there's not many white lightsaber videos out there. I think this one's quite helpful. In the future, I definitely plan on doing colored discs with this thing and showing you what that's all about. So yeah, thank you very much. Hope this helped. Hope you enjoyed it.